Study the development of hindgut and its anomalies. So the competency is development and congenital anomalies of the hindgut. Hindgut, it extends from the posterior intestinal portal to the cloacal membrane. It gives rise to left 1/3 of distal portion of transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum, upper portion of anal canal, and part of urogenital system, that is bladder and urethra. It is supplied by inferior mesenteric artery. The terminal part of hindgut enters into the cloaca. It is an endodermal line cavity. It is in direct contact with the surface ectoderm. Cloacal membrane is composed of endoderm of the cloaca and ectoderm of the proctoderm or anal pit. It is the terminal part of the hindgut. Cloaca receives the allantois ventrally and the mesonephric ducts laterally. As the mesentery fuses with the peritoneum of the left dorsal abdominal wall and then disappears posteriorly, the descending column becomes retroperitoneal, whereas the mesentery of the sigmoid colon persists. Partition to the cloaca. During development, a coronal ridge of mesenchyme called the urorectal septum forms in the angle between the allantois and the hindgut. Septum grows caudal towards the cloacal membrane. It divides the cloaca into an anterior portion, which is called as primitive urogenital sinus, and a posterior part called as anorectal canal. By 7 weeks of age, urorectal septum reaches the cloacal membrane and fuses with it. Thus, the membrane is divided into a posterior anal membrane and a larger anterior urogenital membrane. The area of fusion of the urorectal septum and the cloacal membrane becomes the perineal body. In week 9, proliferation of the mesenchyme around the anal membrane raises the surrounding ectoderm to form a shallow anal pit or proctodium. The surrounding swelling are called anal folds. Soon after, the anal membrane at the bottom of the anal pit ruptures to establish the anal canal. An open pathway from rectum to the outside is formed. Anal canal. Its upper 2/3 are derived from hindgut and its lower 1/3 from the anal pit. The junction of anal pit ectoderm and the hindgut endoderm is indicated by line, that is pectinate line, also called as dentate line. It is at the level of anal valves. This is the former site of the anal membrane, where the epithelium changes from columnar to stratified squamous epithelium. The hindgut portion of the anal canal is supplied by inferior mesenteric artery. The lower portion is supplied by internal pudendal branch of internal iliac artery. As a result of different embryonic origins of the upper and lower parts of anal canal, venous and lymphatic drainage and nerve supply differ in the two parts of the anal canal. Malformation of the hindgut. Imperforate anus is usually seen. It occurs in 1 in 5,000 births and is more common in males. Most anorectal malformations result from an abnormal development of urorectal septum, resulting in an incomplete separation of cloaca into urogenital and anorectal parts. Anorectal malformation clinically, 3 major types are seen. Imperforate anus or absent anus include many varieties. Anal agenesis or insufficient anus. Anal canal may end blindly. There may be an ectopic opening or ectopic anus due to incomplete separation of cloaca by the urorectal septum. Membranous atresia or covered anus. It is very rare. Anus is in normal place, but a thin layer of tissue separates anal canal from the exterior. Due to failure of the anal membrane to perforate at the end of week 8. Anorectal agenesis with or without fistula. Rectum ends blindly above the anal canal. There is usually a fistula to the urethra in the male and vagina in the female. Thank you.